up at the end of this canyon, if you go clear to the end of this road, which isn't much further, and look up the canyon, you'll see a cliff and then a flat spot, and that's where the miner's cabin was on that flat spot above that cliff. And he used to go down to the ranch every Sunday for dinner, and the Whitneys would feed him on Sunday. Well, one Sunday didn't come, so they came looking for him and found him at the bottom of the cliff, dead. Now they think that what happened was that he must have gotten sick and delirious and wandered out of his cabin and fell off the cliff, killed himself. Now Grandpa Fenton was, they were running the dairy cattle down at the pockets where we're camped. And so he had his tent there by that cave on that side. And then his mother'd come every other day and help him clean the separator and stuff and take the cream back to the ranch. So he spent that whole summer down here at the pockets alone, basically, except when his mother'd come every other day. And so they held the coroner's inquest on this miner's death in Grandpa Whitney's tent down at the pockets. And then they came up here and buried him in this spot. Now they had put a 4x4 cedar post to mark his grave, but it's gone. And I'm pretty sure it was under this tree. And this looks like it might have been the old wagon road up here. But the cabin was up on a cliff, and he would have had to haul every drop of water he used on a pack horse or a mule or something up to get to that cabin. Would have been very difficult to get to. But I'm pretty sure this is where he was buried. When Grandpa Whitney was still alive, he was telling us this story, and so Jed and I said, well, where is that grave? So we came up here and found it and found that post. And when we went back and said to Grandpa, yeah, there's a cedar post under a tree up there, he says, that's it. So that, we were pretty sure that, and the post's been here for a long time, but it's obviously not here now.
Well, he was like 16 or 17 when it happened.
Yeah, he was a teenager.
Well, it'd be 110 this year, so.
It's been 90 years since that miner was buried here.
The post lasted a long time because it was here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you remember coming up to it.
Yeah, Sean brought me right to it, and it was there. And it was
We should put a metal one there too.
You know, when I was in England the last time, they were telling me about an old abbey that burned, near Milton Keynes, and they were restoring it. And there was one big oak beam that was structural, that was completely covered by masonry, so you couldn't see it. So the people doing the restoration wanted to put a steel beam in there, and they said, no, you won't. We know oak will last 800 years because that one had been in there 800 years. We don't know steel will last that long, so they put an oak beam back in.
Yeah, and the English do a lot of other dumb things too.